It's me again! So there was some sad news today that there will be no dividend before the end of the year. Meta was supposed to give us an update by the 28th. And they did. They gave it to us early. A few days early. Today's the 3rd. They were supposed to give it to us by the 28th. So Meta in this update says that they're not done drilling rigs, but they plan to be done by the end of December, and then they'll give us an update. I don't know why Christmas. Will they be in the office even? I'm not sure. And then things get spun out into 2022. I want to say 2012, but we're not there. I'm not that young anymore. 2022. Sorry, I ate these sweet potato chips for my dinner. So everything points for me to be in a sale, except for this one particular area of the Oilco press release. And let me pull this up. Let's go back to my previous videos where I talk about specific language. And that was like the intro to the video I had today was specific language. How George tweeted at DJ about a dividend, and then the next morning, well, he had two, and they said special dividend, sterling. And then this morning he said, well, it can mean spin-off. And then he had, this press release come out. Once he said spin-off, people were like, uh-oh. And then this came off. So I think people are wary because reverse split, and reverse splits can be a tool. People remember that. So he gave this. There's no writing in this document. Guys, prove me wrong. I know I'm an idiot. And I'm not right all the time. Like I said, I'm level 0. I'm an idiot. So tell me where it says spin off in here. Where does it say spin off? It says spin out. I don't see spin off. I see spin out, not spin off. Which means they want to sell it. Great. But then I see this line. Enter the capital structure and spin out, making the necessary and file with the SEC. I'm not sure what that means. So is it going to be a tradable, or is it going to become from tradable because MMTLP to private? What's going to go on with there? I'm not entirely sure. Is it going to go from tradable now to private? Meta's in the process of arranging this. And they're in the process of, get this. Okay, here's the sentence. Finalizing permanent arrangements with the completely new management team for Oilco to bring significant experience in the oil and gas exploration as well as experience in the Oro Grande region. And they're already a consulting company. But it says a permanent arrangements. They're finalizing the process of permanent arrangements. So it acts, if that line wasn't in there, it'd make me think that the land was sold and my conviction was correct. And the land was sold. But you have this in here that talks about permanent management. And it makes me question it. And I have some speculation on it. But it's just that. It's just speculation, right? A specific language in this document tells me that, you know, there's still evidence of a buyer. They're delaying the process. I talked about that a while ago, how it could be delayed up to 6 weeks past December, and that would be like mid-February. I said they could file an extension for 6 weeks, but here they got a spin out, which isn't the same thing as a spin off. Again, the language. And Berta even says just wait and see in a few weeks. So this combined with Berta gave me some speculative things to go by, and it gave me some speculative case studies that it brought up in my mind and from the history, but it's just that it's really just speculation. The evidence was there for me that there was a buyer. This document states that they are drilling the 4 new wells to satisfy the continuous drilling clause with university lands, but it makes no mention of the 2 other wells that need to be recompleted. Also, it does not tell you anything about the management team. So maybe they'll address that soon in December, January. So when Meta brings on somebody new, they usually have a press release. Oh, we hired so-and-so. Here's their CV. Here's their esteemed awards. Here's various alumni you should remember. With this, they're very hush-hush about it. And I understand with oil and NDAs, you're very hush-hush, right? They can't tell us who because they're under an NDA. You'd be under an NDA if you were under a buyer. You'd sign NDAs. DJ can verify that with me. I mean, we went on this crazy adventure with NDAs and oil. The drop of instance that they think you have something, it's NDA city. I've personally been under NDAs before as a ghostwriter, and as a ghostwriter, they still haunt me today. Can't talk about them. They're NDAs. Shh. I guess I never did that. Also, see, and here's why I was wrong, guys, and I wholeheartedly apologize for, here's where I was wrong. I thought the assets would spin off into Hudspeth, and then payment would be through Oilco. And I wholeheartedly apologize. I was wrong, it seems, with that, and I'm sorry for being wrong. I thought that, you know, the assets would get transferred to operating, and payment would be through Oilco Holdings. Everything, it seems, will be transferred to Oilco Holdings, and I apologize for it. I don't know why we have to skip Hudspeth and go over Oilco. There's no explanation there. Why can't you new Hudspeth's already spun out? Why do we have to skip that? I don't understand. I also don't understand. There's like this new team and everything, and there's like a new registered agent, but you had new Hudspeth, which was there. This doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. But like I said, I'm an idiot. So please prove me wrong. You know, educate me. So I'm sorry, guys, that I was wrong. I thought things would be transferred if it was delayed even more. You know, it was already in Hudspeth's name, and I thought it would get transferred to Oilco after it was sold. But it seems to be it's transferring all before the beginning of the year, and I apologize for that. I was an idiot. I'm not sure what they mean by a permanent staff. I had a theory. Again, it was just crazy bird lady speculation. What do you think it means when they're going to say they hire a permanent staff? Okay. But they don't tell you who it is or anything about it. Why is it so hush-hush? Just everything's transferred oil co. Why is this completely different? Why couldn't we stick with Hudspeth? I mean, it was already in Hudspeth anyways. Why couldn't we just stick with Hudspeth? Why is there a difference? John Berta says he has information. We just have to wait and see, and it's a binary decision now. If you wanted to sell and exit, jump ship, you could. MMTLP gave you the right to bail ship. Or you can stay and hold. I don't know if that means good or bad. We'll have to see. I was very convicted in my math about the amount of the dividend if there was a dividend. If there is a dividend, I'm still sticking by it. I'm very convicted with that. Call me crazy, that's fine. Like I said, I'm an idiot. I'm a bit bird-brained, as you can tell. I find a lot of things interesting and things are still hush-hush. And is it because there's an NDA and is it because it's for sale? And that's why they can't be quiet. And I wish they could say more. Berta says we have to wait a few weeks. You know, that's a bit stressful right now for a lot of people, especially with the holidays. And your portfolio is red. And I can see a lot of people have lost a lot of assurance with Meta and Palacaris. A lot of people have lost that assurance. I think Berta, honestly, has done a way better job at communicating than Palacaris has. But we shall see. You know, he has knowledge that we don't have. So, the oil co spin off with the permanent staff. If you want to hear my speculation, feel free to watch my live stream video below. It's like 2 hours, but I repeat myself several times as people walk in. I'll post the video later, the formal video later about it. But because the term a permanent management for this asset, and they're consultants now, but we're making them a permanent position on Oil Co. But yet they use the specific language. All I could think was this one case study that came to mind. If you can think of something better, guys, let me know. You know, where my sources are my link below. Feel free to give me your sources. We'll compare. I'll see where I went wrong. I know I was wrong in thinking that everything would go to Hudspeth and then Oil Co. for that residual payment, but it wasn't the case. It just went all to Oil Co. That was a big strike. It's definitely a big strike. And now a lot of people are saying that there's no dividend. It's going to be a spinoff. I guess we'll wait and see. The specific language there is that it's a permanent management position. But then there's so much specific language that you wonder, oh, is there a buyer? I know we're looking for answers. Unfortunately, I'm not a management position. I can't provide you with anything official. And the people who are official can't provide you with any information. We're at this negative circular logic feedback loop. And it sucks. And it's frustrating. I think that's a great analogy for my life. It's just frustrating. Yeah, believe it or not, it's the biggest asset. I did the math. I back tested the math. I did several statistical analysis on the weights of the oil versus the prices. I guess we'll see. I guess I'll talk to you soon. We'll see how Christmas goes. It's gonna be a depressing Christmas, but it's how it always is. I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.